to each and everyone. I am Miss Bonnibella Jamora and I'll be presenting to you my research study entitled Psychological Function, Productivity, and Social Function Towards Self-Worth. Aging is part of human life, and as human beings age, they often feel incapable of doing things and even feel unwanted and uncared for, affecting their self-worth. Self-worth refers to how a person views himself amidst all the trials and troubles that he meets in his life. It inculcates the person's sense of purpose and confidence. However, it is important to note that one's sense of self-worth fluctuates as the person experiences success or failures in life. Data from the United Nations revealed an increasing number of persons aging 60 years old and above, from an estimated 962 million people in 2017 to 2.1 billion in 2050, which could rise up to 3.1 billion in the year 2100. Growing old is not easy, especially when physical deterioration sets in. According to one of the biological theories of aging, these physiological changes occur due to the wear and tear of the body's cells and tissues that affect the body's function. As the old person's physical vitality decreases, he becomes less productive in his life and often withdraws himself from the society, affecting his relationship with others, as explained in the disengagement theory, affecting his self-worth. As the person's age increases, he may lose some of his important roles in life, which in most cases affects how the person sees himself. However, according to the continuity theory, engagement in worthwhile activities and connecting with people in the society can help maintain the old person's sense of worth. This change in the world's demographic profile has a strong impact on the Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations, especially on the aspect of promoting healthy lives and well-being for all ages. Because as the person grows old, his health, outcome, needs, and even value can change. This goal of the United Nations is supported by RA 9974 of the Philippine Constitution, known as the Expanded Senior Citizens Act of 2010, which provides full support for the total well-being of the elderly and their full participation in the society. This study is anchored on the self-worth theory of older adults, which promulgates that the perceived self-worth is a positive function of the psychological, social function, and extent of productivity despite declined function in old age. The psychological function refers to the respondent's quality of life, life satisfaction, and spirituality, while social function relates to the emotional support provided to the respondents as well as the level of processing provided by loved ones, while the extent of productivity refers to the respondent's engagement in worthwhile activities. The person's past experiences in life, as well as the decrease in his physical vitality, may have a negative effect on the old person's life, but it will have a reduced intensity as he tries to reach out and connect with friends and relatives, and as he tries to engage in some worthwhile activities, making his life useful. The study aims to validate the assumption of the self-worth theory of older adults, which states that the perceived self-worth is a function of a positive psychological, social, and the extent of productivity despite declined function in old age. The hypotheses of the study are as follows. There is no significant degree of relationship between the self-worth of the respondents to the psychological function, which includes life satisfaction, quality of life, and spirituality. Second, there is no significant degree of relationship between the self-worth of the respondents to their social function, which includes the respondent's social support and level of presency. Third, there is no significant degree of relationship between the self-worth of the respondents to their extent of productivity. This study utilizes the descriptive quantitative research design method utilizing random sampling techniques, where 115 respondents took part in the study. All of the respondents are 65 years old and above with good cognitive function. For the results and discussion, one cannot deny the fact that a lot of stressful life events occur as the person grows old, which have a different impact on different people, and are associated with a decrement in the quality of life of the older adults. Findings of the study revealed that the respondents have high quality of life despite all the troubles that comes along their journey. In psychology, quality of life has been defined as a conscious cognitive judgment of satisfaction with one's life. This definition coincides with the findings of the study, which revealed that the respondents are also very satisfied with their life. Older adults are described as the most spiritual and religious of all age groups in the United States and even in other countries, and this was supported by the findings of the study, where respondents were found to have a high spirituality. Studies have shown that prayer and engagement in religious activities enhance life satisfaction, reduce emotional distress, and helps in addressing the health crisis of the elderly. Studies revealed that the support provided by family members and friends are important for the psychological well-being of older adults. However, as depicted in the screen, respondents only received moderate support and felt the partial presence of their family members, relatives, and friends. The respondents have observed that their loved ones who provided them support are physically present and are attending to some task on their behalf, but it is the most superficial level. This is attributed to the fact that most of the family members who provided support have also other concerns, such as those related to their own job or those related to the problems that they have with their respective families. Older adults are often seen to be physically fragile with declining health function, affecting their productivity. Being productive does not only refer to the amount of money that older adults earn, but it has something to do with their ability to be engaged in positive and worthwhile activities even with the presence of illness. Results of the study revealed that respondents have low levels of productivity. They were found to be highly involved in physical activities than leisurely and intellectual activities. Majority of the respondents are highly engaged in doing light household chores and in attending organizational or group meetings. The result coincides with the findings of the study of Sofaer et al. In 2005, showing the desire of the elderly to remain independent in their life and their desire to socialize with friends from around their community. Their engagement in an organization is helpful in boosting their self-esteem as they experience the feelings of belongingness and the chance to interact socially with friends. Respondents of the study have high self-worth, which contradicts to some studies in the past that have pointed out the declining self-worth of human beings as they advance in age. This finding could be attributed to the things that the older adults have done in the past as they conquer the challenges in their lives, making them more stronger emotionally and psychologically. Such would lead the person to appreciate the goodness of life and the confidence that whatever life brings, he can always do anything right. The study identified three subvariables that comprise the psychological function of the respondents, and this includes the respondents' quality of life, the satisfaction, and spirituality. On the other hand, social function is composed of the social support and presencing. Data analysis using person R revealed that the old person's quality of life, life satisfaction, spirituality, and productivity are significantly correlated to the self-worth of older adults, thus rejecting the hypothesis. Moreover, the social support and presencing are insignificantly correlated to self-worth, thereby accepting the hypothesis. Among the independent variables, spirituality and quality of life emerge as predictors of self-worth. The findings suggest that being involved in spiritually enhancing activities contributes to self-worth. Moreover, the quality of life of the person determines the self-worth. This means that the higher the quality of life, the higher is the self-worth. On the whole, life satisfaction, spirituality, productivity, and quality of life contributes to 28.2% of the variance of self-worth. This finding illustrates that close to one-third of self-worth is caused by these four variables. The following conclusions were crafted based from the findings of the study. First, the respondent's psychological function is influenced by how he sees his life as a whole amidst all the trials and challenges that he encounters in his life's journey. Second, support from family and friends are important to reduce the effect of life's painful experiences, but it is not strong enough to affect the self-worth of older adults. Third, aging process affects the productivity of the elderly, but they still shows the desire to be useful to the community and to be socially connected to their friends within the society. Fourth, the development of self-worth among older adults is affected by the person's psychological function as depicted in one's spirituality, quality of life, and his extent of productivity. Fifth, the self-worth theory of older adults therefore is a function of a positive psychological, personal function and extent of productivity as it is dependent on one's own response to life's challenges in old age. Sixth, the study generated evidence that spirituality and quality of life are the emerging predictors of self-worth. The recommendations are as follows. First, short activities to be conducted at the barangay level and to be spearheaded by the barangay officials and healthcare workers. Second, short lectures involving the significant others of the elderly could be instituted emphasizing the importance of the involvement of the older adults in worthwhile activities to the development of their self-worth. Third, activities and workshops that would enhance the provision of emotional and informational support as well as the provision of affectionate support from family members, relatives, and friends are hereby recommended to increase the level of social support given to the elderly. That's all, and these are some of my references. Thank you very much.